I have a bonus review of the new Atari Flashback Gold 50th Anniversary Edition. I did purchase this from a website called Microless, and I wasn't too familiar with this website. It did come with European power cord, so just a heads up on that. But I thought I'd share it with you. I didn't see a review yet of this, and so I'm gonna give you my thoughts about this. And this is modeled like the Atari Flashback 10. This is nicknamed the Atari Flashback 11. As you can see, very similar, has gold buttons and so gold switches, and has the 50th anniversary logo on the front. No SD card slot, and yes, and I don't know if this can be modded like the other versions. Here's that power brick, and so you do need a 5-volt and micro USB cable for US residents. That's what I used to power it. Does come with both paddles and 2 controllers. The paddles feel okay. I did pay $100 for this, so it's cool. It comes with paddles. They do feel different than the originals. I don't know if they're made with cheaper parts, or I didn't open them up, but I'm going to test them as well as test original paddles to see if those work with this. Here's the instruction manual, and it lays out everything that you need to understand what this includes. It does have save slots. It does have a rewind feature, like some of the other Atari Flashback models. You know, from like Atari Flashback 8 on, there was some modern features added. Here is a quick list of what's included on the gold version, which has 20 more games. Lots more Activision games have been added. There is a reset, very small pinhole for a reset on the bottom of the console, and looks awesome. Like it physically awesome. It comes with HDMI cable. Nice to see that. That $100 price point though is pretty high, so I'm glad it comes with that. That's pretty expensive for kind of a novelty item. 2 controllers, you know, and 2 paddle controllers. People are going to have their opinions about these. I know I have mine. And so the controllers are a little loose compared to an original 2600 joystick. Here's the size comparison to an original 2600. Thought I'd show that. It's tiny. All right, here's the menu. And if you're familiar with other menus on the, especially the like Atari Flashback 8 on, there's bezel options. It looks very familiar. You know, they're essentially using and re-releasing these almost annually. I don't think they've had it every year. This is like the 16th version, because there's 2 versions of this. This Atari 50th Anniversary Edition that has 110 games, and this is the Gold Edition that has 20 more. And I'm going to show you all the games right here that are on this. Wikipedia does a good job breaking down which games are on which models. It's important to note that there's several Activision games on here. I'm going to show some gameplay that haven't been around since Flashback 8 Gold, so it's been a while. So it's kind of nice to see those. Some games were taken out. Some Parker Brothers games have been taken out. So there's no Frogger, there's no Amadar, Super Cobra. Also missing Puyon, Strategy X, Tutankhamun, Gyrus. And so it's interesting that they took some games out, but they added a lot of games I think people wanted. It has both Pitfalls, has Hero. It has a lot of the Atari and Activision classics that you're going to want to play. And I think that's awesome. I think that's it's a pretty good library. It doesn't have everything, and it's only 2600. So there's other collection I'm going to be doing a review of later on this week that is for consoles, and it is a comprehensive collection. This is really just a collection of games and aftermarket games and a few prototypes for the Atari 2600. But you know, there's a lot of people out there that grew up with that, so I know there's going to be a lot of people that are interested on me sharing my thoughts about this. Pretty good game collection, not perfect, but hopefully with modification, adding games, you can add your own. There's favorites, there's save states, there's a scan line option, and this is Demon Attack. This hasn't been offered since 2017, and so pretty nice to see that. Magic being one of my favorite game companies, so there's going to be a lot of people out there happy to see Demon Attack added. As this is a pretty high on my list for 2600 games. Here's Dragonfire, and pretty tough game. This is a tough, difficult version for me to play. There's some other ones that are a little bit easier, but yeah, challenging. That rewind feature does come in handy. So it's on the first player controller. You can rewind time and progress farther into the game with that. So it's nice that this unit has some modern features. Here's Moonsweeper, which I do believe is new to the Flashback line, at least what I initially researched. And so yeah, Moonsweeper. This is my buddy's favorite game of this. I never was too good at it. Just showing that, hey, if you're wondering why I'm capturing footage this way, it's because I couldn't get sound to work through my Elgato HD60. So I'm actually just doing a direct recording off a small screen I had. Another thing important to note, that the Space Invaders, there's only one Space Invaders version included with this model, and it's not the 2600 version. That is a little strange. They have this version, which is closer to the arcade. There's like a 2-player option even. So it looks like the arcade, but it's not the 2600 version. Some people are going to be disappointed with that, as Space Invaders on the 2600 was super popular. All right, Robot Tank, which I do believe is a new Activision game, never offered on Atari Flashback. So I could be wrong, but the quick research I did showed that this was never been offered before. So Robot Tank, pretty fun Battlezone style game. Pretty sweet to see that. In fact, I like this better than Battlezone. It has some extra features. It's pretty awesome, and definitely one that's pretty well done on the 2600. Barnstorming, another new one. And so I know there's a lot of people, a lot of fans of this classic 2600 game. Especially, the challenge of getting through with the best time. And, they did a pretty good job making a pretty good collection of games. If it's really one thing that comes down to what I was a little disappointed with, would probably be the controllers that comes bundled with it are just okay. They're a little loose on the stick. And so if you're used to playing original 2600 controllers, it's going to feel different, but you can use your original controllers, your original joysticks, as well as your paddle controllers on this. So that's nice to see that. You will have to plug them in and out and to navigate the menus, but yes. And so Spider Fighter, here's some of the paddle games. Wanted to show you that. As there are some amazing paddle games, and the paddle controllers work okay. It just has a different feel than what I was used to playing with my original paddle controllers. But if you want to use those, you can. And so you have to plug them in. It's kind of a hassle. You have to plug them out and in, navigate the menu, and then play the game. But it is an option, and I know there's going to be a lot of people out there happy to see another game, Kaboom. That is, one of the best paddle games on the 2600, and so nice to see it here. As for emulation of 2600 games, there was a little bit. I want to say there was some frame rate issues playing this, so I'm not like the expert with that, and it's hard to tell, but. Overall, Kaboom, I noticed some frame rate stutter. I don't know. Hopefully an update or something can happen. Overall, I think this is an okay novelty item for people that maybe haven't played their Atari 2600 in a long time and want to get an all-in-one package. I think for people really that have had the other Atari Flashbacks, this is kind of expensive. So my biggest complaint is the price, and I think the controllers are just okay. But that's it. Overall, the link is below if you want to check this out and purchase this at the website. I did. Thank you so much for watching this. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button and click the bell This is Immortal John Hancock, and you have a great day.